Hello everyone, it's Miss Lisa. I'm sitting out here on my porch and it's such a nice day. And I thought it would be fun to read you a story. Now, this is one of my favorite stories from when I was about 4 and 5 years old. It's called Benda Melina, the cat who wore a pot on her head, by Jan Slepian and Anne Sadler. Illustrated by Richard E. Martin. Let's read it and see what it's about. There once was a cat named Benda Melina. She lived in a house on Cat Street where cats and kittens lived all together. Brothers and sisters, cousins and friends were in and out and all about. What a noisy place it was. One day when Benda Melina was playing, she found a shiny pot. She put it on her head. Suddenly, all the noise was gone. She liked the quiet so much, she decided to wear the pot over her ears all the time. The same day, Mother Cat said to Benda Melina and her 9 little brothers and sisters, "I have to take care of a sick friend this afternoon. But oh dear, how am I going to clean the house and cook you supper too?" "Don't worry," said the kittens. "When you come home, supper will be ready and the house all clean. We'll take care of everything." Mrs. Cat took Benda Melina with her to the sick friend's house. "I brought her to run errands," Mrs. Cat told her sick friend. And as soon as Mrs. Cat wanted something, "Benda Melina, run home and tell your brothers and sisters that it's time to put the fish on to bake." Benda Melina didn't hear what her mother had said. Her ears were still under the pot. Everything she heard was all mixed up. Did she say to put the smish on to fake or to put the bish on the lake? Benda Melina wondered as she ran home. Oh, she must have said to put soap in the cake. "Mama wants you to put soap in the cake," she told her brothers and sisters. All the kittens wanted to please Mother, so they put soap in the cake. Almost as soon as Benda Melina got back to her mother, Mrs. Cat said, Benda Melina, I forgot to tell the children to put the soup onto heat. Run home and tell them to put the soup onto heat." Again, Benda Melina didn't hear very well because of the pot. "Put the boop on the beep, mup the moop on the feep." Oh, she must have said to iron the meat. There she is running all the way home. "Mama says to iron the meat," she told the kittens at home. They all wanted to please Mother, so they got out the iron and ironing board and ironed the meat. All afternoon, Benda Melina ran back and forth, telling her brothers and sisters what Mother wanted them to do. Once Mrs. Cat said, Benda Melina, run home and tell the children to sweep out the hall. Feep out the ball, meep out the mall. Cleep, bitty ball. Oh, Mother must have said to hang the chairs on the wall. Benda Melina decided, Mama wants you to hang the chairs on the wall. Benda Melina told the other kittens. The children all wanted to please Mother, so they got out the hammer and nails and hung the chairs up just like pictures. Soon all the neighbors gathered around the house to watch. There were so many watching that Ben and Milena had to crawl between their legs to get back to her mother. Once again, Ben and Milena's mother had a message for the children. Tell them to be sure to leave the key in the lock. Remember, leave the key in the lock. Ben and Milena raced home, saying to herself, Gleave the bee in the smock, smick the smee on the sock, sicky wee wubby gawk. Oh, she must have said to sew clothes on the clock. Sew clothes on the clock, Ben and Milena told her brothers and sisters, and to please her mother, that is what they did. Ben and Milena again ran back to her mother. Ben and Milena, supper must be nearly ready. Go tell the children to make something to drink. Mother said, Make whiffly sink, wump buffalo bink. Oh, she must have said to put a horse in the sink. There's a horse in the sink. When Ben and Milena told her brothers and sisters what Mother had said, they asked Mr. Horse, who lived down the street, if he would stand in the sink just to please their mother. By this time, animals had come from all over to see themselves what was happening at Mrs. Cat's house. They couldn't believe it. There were big animals and small animals and in-between sized animals. Look, they're all looking to see if they can get a glimpse of what's happening at Mrs. Cat's house. Mrs. Cat was almost ready to leave her sick friend when she said, Ben and Milena, run home and ask one of your brothers to fix my chair. Up in the air, sticky pear purple hair. By the time Ben and Milena got home, she decided her mother had said, Ask in a bear. And to please Mother, the kittens asked in a big, friendly bear from the crowd. Just then, Mrs. Cat came home. She saw soap bubbles rising out of the cake and meat on the ironing board ready to bake. She saw chairs on the wall and a bear in the hall. She saw the clock dressed in pink and a horse in the sink. And then under her chin, 10 kittens marched in. What is the meaning of this? Mrs. Cat cried. Surprise, surprise, said the kittens. They thought they had pleased their mother. They thought they had just done just what she wanted. We all did our best, they all called out, but Ben and Milena was still mixed up. Ask in the rest, she said to herself. Ben and Milena threw open the door and called, Everyone come in. Here's everybody coming in. Mrs. Cat looked at all the neighbors and friends. She looked at Ben and Milena's head. Then she looked at her smiling kittens. She just couldn't stay angry. She knew it was all the fault of the pot. Everyone can stay for supper, said Mother Cat, but she took the pot off Ben and Milena's head and made 2 holes for ears in it. Then she put it back on Ben and Milena. Ben and Milena, give me a hug, said Mrs. Cat. And did Ben and Milena give her mother a bug or a rug? No, she gave her mother just what she wanted. She gave her a big hug. And everyone's having supper together. All of the animals having supper. The end. That's the end of my favorite book. It's my favorite childhood book. In primary 5, I really liked it, so I thought I'd share it with you on here. So I hope all of you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. See you later. Much love.